Well, welcome back to Life on Cars. Hope you're all well. And in today's episode, we're back on the MR2. It's time for a bit of a workshop catch-up, see what I've been up to. And I also decided to tackle getting rid of that condenser that was falling a bit that we spotted in an earlier episode. So come on, let's find out what I've been up to. Let's go. Well, it's the end of the line for the old grille that the previous owner had fitted. I don't know how we made this, but it's obviously like a handmade type thing. It didn't look too bad when it was on, to be honest, but it had to come off because I couldn't get to the fog lights. I couldn't get to the bolts for the condenser with this in place. So it's ready for the bin now, and it's out of the way. So at least we've been able to get in and sort out what's going on behind there. Let me take you in and we'll have a look. Decided to take the aircon radiator out. You might remember from an earlier episode when I was looking at the radiator, it was obvious that the air conditioning condenser was at the end of its life, putting it mildly. Anyway, I've just took it out. I just thought you'd like to see the aftermath. I think the fins are now on the floor. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think that's salvageable. God, it was a chew on. I remember doing these when I used to work for Toyota, actually fitting brand new, and they're a real chew on because you've got to basically lift the radiator from its lower housing and move it forward to allow enough gap to get the condenser out. Anyway, I've got a right mess now to tidy up, but at least it's out of the way because it was basically just blocking the airflow going to the radiator. We'll get some nice airflow now to the radiator. Everything on old cars escalates. So yeah, I spent ages last night cleaning the bumper out, just ahead of the radiator there, because obviously that grille had been blocking all that and it has never been cleaned for years and years and years. Those of you that know your MR2s, you can probably see that the bumper's been modified slightly to take the aftermarket fog lamps in each side, which is unfortunate, but the previous owner, I think there was some damage to the original fog lights, so they fitted some aftermarket ones, and they obviously had to cut a little bit of the bumper away to make them fit. But I think when it's all boxed back in with the aftermarket fog lamps cleaned up, it won't look too bad. There is a few little holes where the brackets for the grille, you can just make them out there, which I'm going to have to get see if I can find some little grommets to go in those holes. But apart from that, it's going to be okay. I think it's going to look okay when it's all back together, and at least it's going to be nice and clean, and we can get a lot better airflow now to the radiator. I don't know how the radiator was breathing, because all those fins had collapsed and they were all just in front of the radiator blocking it. So yeah, I'm glad that's out of the way now and get rid of it and crack on. Let's get the fog lights cleaned up. Alright, so the next job is to get these all cleaned up. When they were behind the grille, you just couldn't get to them. You can see what's happened. There's just ended up with a load of moss growing around the edges, and yeah, I think these will respond to a nice little clean up. The plastic casings as well need a good clean, but I think they're salvageable for now. Who knows, I may pick up some new ones at some point, but yeah, we'll give them a clean and we'll see how they respond. Let's go. Well, that's them buffed and cleaned. Probably for the first time for about 15 years. They've come up alright, haven't they? They're not bad at all. Lasted well, to be fair. Pretty much like everything else on this car, with it being stood for so long doing that, they kind of survived. So, alright, let's get them back on. Well, we're all done. Shall we take a look? Come on, let's go. Well, there we are then. I hope you enjoyed the episode on the MR2 today. And if you did, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Check out the playlist for the MR2. There's quite a few videos in there now, as I've been working my way through the project. And check out the rest of the channel, because you might find something interesting on the Jag V8 or something else that I've been up to recently on Life on Cars. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay well, drive carefully, and we'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye now.